the Galactic Tea Party.
Welcome to Stargazers. I'm James Albury, director of the Kika Silva Pla Planetarium in Gainesville, Florida.
And I'm Dean Regas, astronomer from the Cincinnati Observatory.
Autumn is finally here, and one of my favorite asterisms will soon be disappearing from the early evening sky.
That's right, James. The teapot will be visible in the southern sky, and it has a great galactic secret to share.
What are we talking about? Let's show you. Okay, we have our skies set for an hour after sunset any night next week, facing south. Near the horizon, you'll see the stars of Sagittarius, the Centaur Archer. He's just to the east of the J-shaped constellation of Scorpius the Scorpion.
Many of the stars of Sagittarius are too faint to see from cities. However, there are 8 stars here that are fairly bright, and they form what we call an asterism, like the Big Dipper in Ursa Major and the Sickle in Leo the Lion.
Therefore, the teapot in Sagittarius is not an official constellation. Nevertheless, it's a fun pattern to spot, and with a little imagination, you can enjoy watching it cruise across the sky to pour tea on the tail of Scorpius the Scorpion.
The stars Caus Media, Alnazzle, and Caus Australis make the spout.
Caus Media, Caus Borealis, and Phi Sagittarii make the lid.
Caus Media, Phi Sagittarii, Ascella, and Caus Australis make the body of the teapot.
And Phi Sagittarii, Ascella, Tau Sagittarii, and Nunki make the handle.
Phew, that's a lot of funny star names. Now finally, if you have super dark skies and a good imagination, the Milky Way looks like steam coming out of the spout of the teapot.
No way.
Yes way.
As legend has it, Scorpius the Scorpion wanted to show off his brand new teapot by having a tea party.
Wait, this is a legend?
Well, okay, it's kind of a story I made up.
Yeah, but scorpions don't drink tea.
Just play along, it'll be fun.
All right, if you say so.
So, anyway, Scorpius invited Orion the Hunter and his 2 hunting dogs, Canis Major and Canis Minor, to his tea party. Unfortunately for Scorpius, he forgot that those constellations are in the winter part of the sky. So, by the time they arrived, the sky had rotated so far that all the tea poured out of the teapot, leaving only the steam behind. So, what do you think?
A scorpion having a tea party in the sky. Well, it's no ancient Greek myth, but maybe it's so bad it's good. Well, now let's take a closer look at this part of the Milky Way.
On clear moonless nights, far from city lights, you'll see that the tip of the teapot is embedded in the widest and densest part of the great ribbon of light we call the Milky Way. At this time of year, this great band of stars stretches all the way from the southwestern horizon up to the zenith and back down to the northeast horizon.
In fact, if you look more closely at Sagittarius and Scorpius, you will see that most of the teapot and the bottom half of the scorpion are embedded in the Milky Way.
And if you take a pair of binoculars and look here, or for that matter anywhere along the Milky Way, you'll see that it's made up of millions of pinpoints of light. Each one is a distant star.
These stars, along with our sun, all belong to a great cosmic spiral family of 200 billion stars we call a galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way is so huge, it is more than 100,000 light years across, and the Earth is about 2/3 of the way out from the center on one of the spiral arms.
When we look at Sagittarius and Scorpius, the reason the Milky Way appears the thickest and widest here is because the bulging center of our galaxy lies in this direction.
And at the center of the galaxy lies a deep, dark, mysterious object of incredible density. It's a supermassive black hole. You can't see it, but it lurks among the stars of Sagittarius.
So, there you have it, a galactic tea party with a celestial teapot.
Look for Sagittarius tonight and gaze into the center of the galaxy.
Keep looking up.